Why put in all that effort if you know you're not going to get something in return? It's all about quid pro quo. I scratch your back, you scratch mine. Why are you wasting your time doing all of these things when you're potentially getting nothing in return? Expectations are such a good place to take this conversation because one of the things that I always say in my coaching program, on the podcast, everything that I write, I deal with a lot of people that are managing or overcoming or facing creative burnout. You're dealing with like physical burnout where you can be talking about like adrenal glands that don't work, thyroid function that's all messed up. But in my world, it's a lot more mental. Some of it's physical. There are physical manifestations. And I've reached a point of extreme adrenal fatigue from doing nothing more than working hard at a computer. The point being that I found that even though burnout can be caused by a million different things, it always comes down to the same root cause, which is setting improper expectations, which frames things in an improper way. And all the things that we talked about with failing on the Ninja Warrior course, to me, those are all logical and analytical things that I tell myself so I feel less bad about it because I had an expectation. I have yet to meet that expectation. And that expectation continues to drive me to do more training and do, very ninja specific skills and strength and speed and all the other things. And I need that motivation. But at the end of the day, and I had several family members that after I had fallen the second time, they're like, well, you're done now, right? I'm like, done? What? Are you kidding? No, I want this even more now. And I need that motivation. But I think that what happens so often with people that set goals, whether small, big, or otherwise, it's all about the destination. When I think about the quality of my life, the quality of my health, the quality of my network and my relationships, I have a totally different life because I said, you know what, screw it. I'm going to try American Ninja Warrior. And I know that for you, relationships and building networks and just kind of ingratiating yourself in this community is a big part of what you do as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I've done a lot of stuff for the sport, for writing and the podcasting and stuff like that, and not expecting a lot in return. A lot of times I write for free, like no immediate tangible outcome, and I've gotten repaid exponentially to the point where it's like, well, I was just trying to help someone out. Like I wasn't expecting all expenses paid trip to the other side of the world to run a race. Like, because I'm a great ultra endurance guy, but like when it comes to like 5K, I can place in my local or kind of like regional area, but like the big races, that's the national series type events. I'm not podium level at that. That's too high. But twice I've been flown to the other side of the world to race and put in a 5-star hotel, and it was completely amazing. And all I did was try to help some friends out. And those relationships have been huge. And I've helped make connections between brands and race brands and like apparel brands and stuff like that. And again, I'm not expecting anything in return. I'm just trying to be helpful, and a lot of good things have come my way.
Well, given that I come largely from the world of Hollywood, which is about as far away from altruism as you can possibly be, I'm going to play the devil's advocate for a second, and I'm going to ask you, what is the point of doing any of that? Why put in all that effort if you know you're not going to get something in return? It's all about quid pro quo. I scratch your back, you scratch mine. Why are you wasting your time doing all of these things when you're potentially getting nothing in return?
Yeah, some of it's selfish. I feel personal self-satisfaction when I help people. So I do it partially because of that. Some of these people, like most of these people, I've developed relationships with over the years, and they're my friends. So I want to see them succeed. And, I'm not, me writing, I can write an article very quickly. 30 minutes, I can knock out an article, and it's like 95% complete. So it doesn't require a lot of my personal time. And it builds repetitions where, the more I practice writing articles, the quicker I can write longer form stuff like books. And then, hopefully my articles direct people to my books, then people buy my books and stuff like that. And then, then people buy stuff from my sponsors and some of my affiliate codes. So sometimes I get paid back in that aspect. But, I've bounced around from other sports. I've done powerlifting, I've done natural bodybuilding, I've done marathon running, I've done triathlon. And I found obstacle course racing, and it was like a sport that was built for me. I felt like I've been training for this for a decade, and it was brand new. And I like the atmosphere, like we've talked about with Tough Mudder, and I want to see it succeed, and I think it's good to have a legacy beyond kind of yourself, right? So, I have a military legacy, but then on this other side, I have this obstacle course racing legacy, and then my family legacy and stuff like that. So I want to be part of something bigger, and that's kind of like a summarization of why it is.